Yo, welcome back. Diary number
What's up?
3.
3 or 4?
Yeah,
Three.
hell yeah. If we're on number 3, that means we've just released our song, our second song.
Ooh.
So
And
if you've made it this far into the podcast, if you can go back and listen to it, it's just there right now. It's literally it was released. What, Connor? 2 hours and 19 minutes ago. That's how old it is. So
it's brand new in our head.
it's brand new.
Oh,
Yeah, it's
yeah.
brand new. I'm actually, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna actually check to see what the statistics are now. Because if it has less than 10 listens, then it's a failure. If it has more than 10, I'm calling it. If it's more than 10, then it's a bigger success than last week's one or 2 weeks ago's one. Oh, it's on 20. It's literally double. Hell yeah.
Yo.
Hell yeah. That's good. Well, our traction is actually getting up there now, which is good. So I assume more people
Yeah.
would see this, to be honest. But if we're gonna call it, well, obviously we're not promoting last week's one kind of anymore, unless anyone asks. So it's still a good song. Just we're moving along with the EP and stuff. But that one is like
Yeah.
300 views on YouTube, which I'm like, that's a lot.
It's pretty good. It's a lot.
To me,
yeah,
that's a
considering-
lot. Like, you know,
Well, if you
that
think
means
about
people listen to it
that's-
twice.
Yeah, that's more than twice our like subscribers, so that's pretty good. Like every single person.
Exactly. So
Yeah.
I'm actually quite chuffed with that. Quite chuffed. And just as the first little talking point in this story, I had a bit of reflection yesterday, right? And I was thinking about
Yeah.
like all the music we made and we practiced and the songs we played live and the issues we had with trying to get the band together. And I'm actually
Yeah.
super glad we recorded when we did. I think that was meant to happen. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
I cannot imagine releasing them other songs because they would have been shit. We were at
Yeah.
the perfect time to do it because now our catalogue is literally our starting songs are this quality instead of being like
Yeah.
trash. And I'm actually
And the,
I thought it'd be
Yeah.
more like because we did delay a lot and stuff like that, but I think this was perfect for us as the band to do it now. I think just a bit of reflection I
Yeah.
had about our music in general because we've been making music for fucking like 4 years or something like that, you know.
well, that's the thing.
And
Like usually people come up with a song like their first song, and it's absolutely shit when they're like ours. Like you have to remember now. Like we've been making these for ages, so it's not as if like, oh yeah, we've just done this. So I don't want people to feel like if their first song is not that great, how was yours so good? Like we've been at this
Oh,
for
yeah.
years, so
100%.
that's
yeah.
just something to keep in mind.
Like the actual
But,
one of the demos that is out actually is oh yeah, how do you do it? Is a demo? That was a demo we already recorded. That was a year ago, Connor.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
that's how long that's we've been still working on our craft. Like if you listen to the quality of that one compared to this one, it's just way better because
it's a different
pra-
song.
every-
Like it's just
yeah, it's because even though we recorded that demo and we didn't record this professionally wise, let's say, we still been improving.
Yeah.
We've still been writing more. Fucking,
That's the thing,
nothing's
yeah.
actually changed behind the scenes, you know. So and that's a
Yeah.
fair point. I don't want anyone thinking that you release your full song and like compare it to this. To
Yeah.
these, if you're starting out or something, just I would recommend do what we did though. Give yourself time and don't just bang out something like
Yeah.
fucking quick. Well, I suppose you can release demos, I suppose, but don't do like something professional that you're gonna regret, I suppose, because I'm not fucking. Hold on. No, I just what was I saying? No, I'm glad that this happened now. That's basically
Yeah.
what I was trying to say. I just completely lost my train of thought, but I think people know what I was trying to get at, and that's a fair point, Connor. I don't want people thinking that I'm saying, oh, your first songs are whatever the fuck, like because your
Yeah,
first
'cause
songs
I-
aren't great. But I mean, it's
Yeah.
I'm just glad. I'm glad we didn't record them professionally, if you know what I mean.
Yeah,
Because these
just
ones
because
are
like
just better.
I got a few comments saying, like they're really good for like your first like 2 songs, and I'm like, lads, like
It's
yous
not
don't
really though, yeah.
realise.
There's been a lot.
So
Yeah. And
Yeah.
to be honest, we had 3 different set lists that we used to play acoustically live, and that's on the guts of 10 songs. We had 3,
Yeah.
3, and 3, and we didn't even record any of them. None of them are recorded. So they other songs that are just kind of there. Like it's, well, I suppose the next song that's coming out on the EP, we did play this one live. So if you think that one was,
Oh,
we
yeah,
did
that's
play this a
true,
couple of
actually,
times
yeah.
live, yeah. And I
Yeah,
always got a
go
good
back.
response live because acoustically it
That-
sounds big, you know.
yeah, that was probably our biggest song live. The next one that's
Probably,
gonna come
yeah.
out, just
Like that was the
Yeah.
first song where people actively came up and said that was really good, and we're like, oh thanks. But we felt when we're playing
Yeah.
it, we're like, this sounds different. This just feels
yeah,
different. This one, it's weird, like, you know.
because
It
we
felt a
we
bit more
always
like a-
we always
No, sorry,
usually
go on.
ended with it. We always usually ended with it because it was a good one, like to end with. And everyone's like, oh, it actually wasn't that shit. Like after like the 3 songs or whatever you did.
Class, man. Yeah, I suppose, and just as thoughts and reflections again, I just want to talk a bit about word of mouth, I suppose, and then we can transition into the whole, which I want this one to be about, because we're not exactly professionals at marketing or anything like that, and that's one of the things we need to outsource. Yeah, but I'm saying in terms of like one of my friends said to me, he said word of mouth was kind of dead, and I said in the moment. I was like, yeah, I get what you're saying. It's a new type of culture and all that, but then again, I'm like, your core audience is going to be people who know you regardless. That's who's going to turn up to the gigs regardless. So you do need that word of mouth forced.
Oh yeah,
like a friend of a friend, or let's say I have a couple of friend groups that have stragglers that I don't really know that well, but they would know them and they'd shout it and be like, oh yeah, that's Adam did that, and they go, oh you're Adam, oh okay, you know, because I've gotten I just got a shit ton of messages and all like saying I'm put it this way, right? If we were to have a gig, I reckon I could get about 15 people to go, which isn't shit. Yeah. And if you can get 10 or 15 as well, that's 30 people who are going to come and see it. And that's, to me, it's I'd be happy enough for fucking 10 people, to be honest. Because I'm not expecting it some big fucking, you know, nothing to explode. Like well, I'm not delusional or anything like that. It's nothing's gonna explode. Like it's basically hard work and consistency is gonna get the trick done here, you know.
Exactly, yeah.
But I still call this in terms of like some people wouldn't have called it a success, but coming off what we've come off of with zero traction, zero anything, and to get 300 listens. Just on YouTube now, not Spotify. So if you tally up, we have roughly, let's say, 400 or something like that. That's not terrible. Like, I don't think that's terrible at all. And we haven't even got into playlists yet or anything like that, which we could touch on again after. But marketing wise, can you explain what happened with the post that did actually go a little bit bonkers that worked? So can you explain what happened with the 2 ads, just for people that are curious as to why random people were on the other ad and not on the first one? So I'll let you take it away there.
So we basically did 2 ads. Both of them were quite similar in that, like, they were a low budget, like tenner on each ad. And one of them basically was a link to, I think it was to the song or to the teaser or something. And then the other one was literally just songs out tomorrow, and it was the lyrics. So that was for the Heaven Scented. Now for some reason, the one with the lyrics did 10 times better. It got loads of likes, and like
the traction on it was just fucking
the traction was insane. Like I was looking at it today, like it was like 500-600 people saw it, and I was like, what the fuck? Whereas the other one, like literally same ad, exact same demographic, and got like a link. 20 people seeing it with a link. So it goes to think maybe like Facebook doesn't like links, or it doesn't like YouTube, but or
maybe people just don't like links, man. Too. Maybe it's people too, you know. Because I mean, obviously the lyrics are. I was just thinking, like, if you're looking at the actual context of Facebook, if you're scrolling through something and it says lyrics, you're quicker to read that than to click a link and leave off what you're scrolling, I suppose, as well.
Yeah.
So I mean, we got a couple of extra likes actually on the page. I know you don't. I don't get notified anymore. I don't know what the fuck is happening. My Facebook is trash. But we're nearly at 300 likes now on the. We only had 275 like last week. So, and these are new ones as well. There's a couple of people I'm like, who the fuck is that? I don't know any of these people. Some of them are American. I'm like, oh hell yeah, like, it's good. Oh wait, can we tell them about the comment? Because I didn't. The comment doesn't show up on my face. You said we got one nasty comment. What the fuck did it say? What did it say? It said
basically I'm sick of seeing this ad now. I don't know if Facebook blocked it, but it was kind of funny. I was like, it was some like Karen looking one, like 40-year-old. I'm
lovely.
Like it's a 10-year it's a 10-euro ad, so Maxi would have seen it as once on your profile, like, so there's no way you would have seen it more than that. Like if you spent more, Connor, maybe, but.
Our first hater.
I know, yeah, it's great, isn't it?
I was expecting something way worse. You were gonna say like, "Oh, you bunch of bleeding queers! Music is for fucking weirdos, you black magic people." I don't fucking know. I was expecting some weird abuse, but I mean, that's not too bad, I suppose. Because the comment isn't there. There is a comment there, but I can't view it. It doesn't pop up. Like, it says one comment, but I can't. Obviously, because I know what happens on YouTube now, where you have to click newest to see all the comments, because otherwise it literally just says, like, put it this way, if someone courses in it, you won't see it. It's just their new policy or whatever. So
Facebook's a bit like YouTube. They block anything like negative, so just keep that in mind, lads. If you want to negatively talk to us, just message us.
Yeah, message me privately, like, man, you know where I am. I don't mind a little bit back and forward, a bit of laugh, like, you know. Yeah, so basically that was our first like dabble with the new form of like attempting to market the song, let's say. But obviously we're learning on this EP.
Yeah.
It's the first one, so we are gonna make
Yeah.
a note of that and maybe pump the posts that have obviously the lyrics and leave the links to just. As I said at the start, the word of mouth thing. As in, when I send a Snapchat out, I can send it to like 30 people, and
Exactly,
I
yeah.
do genuinely see
Most
a
of them
jump
will
in
say
the
it.
views. Yeah, they'll
Yeah.
go, oh, Adam has a song out, and they'll click on it because they won't see the post on Facebook. So you need. It's so weird,
Yeah.
right? You can like the likes at the minute on Facebook are basically just to show that you can do it. So we do need the likes in terms of like to look good. To obviously, if we're gonna send out a fucking that like pre-packaged thing to whoever to be like, hell, this is us as a band. Would you want to help us, or do you want to do with it, this and that? They can see it and say, oh well, they have a bit of traction, or people
Exactly. Yeah.
people liked enough to click the fucking like button or some shit, you know.
Yeah.
So I think we've learned from that anyways. I'm going to make, that's a good mental note to have as well, that people do not like clicking stuff. They do not like leaving what they're doing, but they're quick
No.
enough to read something, especially something personal. I think it's because I had the lyrics, because
Yeah.
they're a bit personal. So I suppose personal shit. People are nosy as well. I'm trying to pique their curiosity with shit too, you know. Because I haven't seen a lot of people. People don't really post the lyrics. I post the lyrics before they posted the actual song, because I
Yeah,
thought
no,
well,
I-
that might breed it like a bit of curiosity or something. So apparently it worked with
I
the, with
think
the
it's
advertisement
interesting.
anyway.
It
Yeah,
does.
I-
Yeah. No, it really
yeah.
works. Because
So-
then like, there's a load of people asking. Well, there's like 2 people asking on the. If you ever look at the comments, to get into the comments now, it's really weird on Facebook. I don't know, have you done it? But there's like 2 people asking, like, oh, when's the song out? I'm like, oh, it's out tomorrow. And they're like, oh, cool. But it's like, it's kind of funny. Like, you're like, but
Yeah, it's
yeah,
just
no,
fucking-
like, generally mad.
So I think I'm genuinely, I didn't think I'd be as happy as I thought. I'd be a bit more depressed or something with regards to.
Yeah.
But I mean, once the song is out, I'm like, man, they are actually alright songs. So
Yeah.
it's actually giving me a little bit of a high. Like, I'm excited now I'm hoping that we can meet up in like October now and sort out like recording the next batch. Because I want to looking at how I would call Terms of Success is, I would call this a success. So the next one would be bigger, would be better, I
Oh,
suppose.
100%.
Especially with the stuff we've learnt now.
Yeah, we learned.
We should aim to double what we did on this one, on the next one, like view wise, listen wise, fucking promotion wise.
Oh yeah.
We'll try and
Yeah.
double it, double what we know, because I do have I'm trying to streamline stuff in case anyone's curious to the promotion side of things. I mean,
Yeah.
especially with the Facebook posts, I'm trying to formulate as in like, here's what we need to promote the song, and I can apply it to every EP and see what
Yeah.
works, see what doesn't work, take this out and then put this one worked this time, that
Yeah.
didn't work this time, so you can make
Yeah.
something easy enough and quick. Because man, the amount of time the promotion takes up and all that, it's
Well, that's the
man,
thing.
I
like,
just want to make music, and it's a lot of side fucking time that
yeah.
you know.
I was saying, like, the first week when we did the first song, How Do You Do It, I was knackered, like, genuinely knackered after, like, I come back on the Sunday, I was in work on the Monday, and I was just absolutely shattered. Whereas, like, this week, I feel like we kind of have, like, things going, like, we have a kind of formula going, and it's a lot easier
Yeah.
and less time, and it'll eventually be, like, a lot less time. And like, that's how, like, you think about it, like, how does a YouTuber put out, like, 2 videos a week or whatever? Once, like, they get an editor and they get people to help them and they organize stuff, they're much quicker, you know. It's the same kind of thing.
Yeah, right,
with
yeah,
us,
and
like,
But even with us seeing our own, like say, the amount of people who have viewed and all that, and the traction we've gotten, the new likes and the feedback and all, we're trying to create like a positive feedback loop where we put this. Obviously, the first batch of everything is really hard, but when we see the success of it, the next time we go in, we'll go, oh, we know what's gonna happen now. It's like once you start getting a little buzz of success, you can say, oh well, it makes the work less hard. Does that make any sense? It's like a positive feedback loop. If if you know it's going to work or it's going to help you grow, then you're going to be more willing to do it. As you said, we're doing another the podcast. The first diary we did, I was a bit like, oh fuck, this is it's emotionally
work,
even
like.
complicated, because you're putting fucking stuff out there. You don't know what's going to happen with it. I don't know who's going to slag it or react or whatever. So, but this time I'm like, man, what I've seen right now, I'm like, we just keep doing what we're doing now. People seem to be actually engaging and watching the diary. I mean, even if it's only 10 people watching it, that's still 10. Like, they're invested. I'm like, man, you're interested in what we're doing. That's a fucking success. At least one person gave a shit, you know.
Yeah, 100%.
You know? I think that's the best way to view it. And I think we should probably put like a a goal. Let's say for the next EP, we can put like a listen goal or a like goal and shit, and then we can try and get people to interact. Because I want to know how people engage with stuff. That's what I want to learn about the psychology of it, like, because
that's what we're kind of learning, like what works and what doesn't. Like there's definitely a whole psychology into like what people like looking at versus what they don't, and each platform's different. Like you look at Instagram,
100%,
very much picture orientated and like just, you know, fast content, and then you look at Facebook and it's a little bit more serious and kind of like you saw with the lyrics thing. Like you wouldn't think something like that would get more attraction
people that care,
but like there you go. Like it just shows you that like there's two different platforms, and then like geez, if we went into TikTok or any of those, it'd be a completely different game altogether. So
100%,
like there's a lot.
That's something we're probably gonna have to learn to do without TikTok or whatever.
100%. Like I was looking at it, and a lot of songs get traction off TikTok, and as much as I dislike TikTok, it kind of is the new Instagram, I suppose.
Yeah.
Of promotion.
I think we should try and. I think personally, what I want to do is I want to keep the integrity there though, because I want to take ourselves a bit more serious, like, you know.
No.
So I when I look at other bands, that's one of the reasons why the last kind of Adam, we need a promo video, I was a bit meta with it, because I am sick of seeing that. Like, I don't like the way you're forcing to doing that and all that shit. I like your integrity goes a little bit down the Swanee. It's like, it's not about that. I know you at the minute in the climate you need it, but I'm trying to figure out a way where you can do it without losing your integrity. It's a complicated fucking minefield to walk through. Like, I don't want to be seen as, oh, you're the funny band, or you're this. I'm like, it's easier to do that when we were not doing what we're doing now. What we're doing now is I'm actually taking this EP a bit serious, because the songs are actually good, and I think we can actually make, like, people will enjoy it. With the other stuff, I was a bit like, oh, listen to the song, it's shit, or here's a demo or whatever, and I make funny videos and all, but I mean, there's time and a place for it, and I don't think it's in the middle of launching an EP or an album or something like that. I think you should definitely, if you're gonna try and get people to listen, you should get the people who are gonna turn up the gigs. And the people who turn up the gigs are people who actually care about music. They're not the people who enjoy funny videos, honestly. That's why you'd see, like, oh, that got 2,000 views, that video, oh, it's funny, and I got shared and all. Yeah, but they're laughing at the video. They're not gonna turn up to your fucking gig. They didn't click on, well, I'm assuming they didn't click on any links and leave, because what I've learned so far is people don't like leaving what they're already looking at. You can't make them. You can't even pay them to.
100%. People, Jesus Christ, they have a attention span of about 5 seconds.
Oh, God.
Multitasking, as they say, doing 50 things at once.
Exactly, yeah. You have 50 links open. Why the fuck? How would you make them want to click yours without losing your integrity? You know, it's fucking hard. It's really hard. I think the support so far though has been good. Way more than I projected. Yeah, I'm really happy with what's happening at the minute. And I'd say gig projection wise, if we had a gig, we can get members in. We had a gig, not to put time frame on it, just let imaginary. With the knowledge I have now of what we've released and all that, I'd say we could probably get like 30 people to come, which I think is a 100%. Success. I think that's a success, and I would aim to have 30. If any more come, I call that an uber success, and hopefully they'll come the second time. Then you can double up on it or some shit.
Exactly. And you just grow from there, you know.
You start realise how much effort goes into it. It's not as easy as just fucking jumping in and record music, and it's just so much shit behind it. It's so annoying, you know.
Yeah, well, that's the thing. Like, we do eventually need to. Like, it was hard. Basically, this was our first time like doing proper promotion and stuff like that. We were learning as we go along. 100%, it is. It's almost like it's a different thing completely. So eventually we'll get better at it, and it is
different skill.
I'm happy enough.
I do want to outsource a bit of it though. I would like to outsource a bit of it for like a reasonable price, like, you know, because there's people that would know more. Why would you not want their knowledge? Plus, I'm like, man, I'd love to get a team around us where I'm like, right, you like doing art, all right, we'll pay you to do a bit of art, and then you can promote it. It's like, as I said, word of mouth wise, people like being involved and stuff. I'm saying, let's put it this way, right? If someone came to me and said, I'm recording a song, Adam, will you do a guitar solo, or will you play the guitar? I go, oh yeah, cool, will I? Then on my personal link, I go,
you're gonna share.
Oh, this fella asked me to do a song, and they'd hear about it. So I do want to get a team of people where at least if we have a cohesive team of people who are focused on the art of what we're doing, and we can rely on them. I mean, and they can all take a cut of what we're doing as well. Let's say it's all just our project. Let's say that's 50 people. That's if they only show one person. If they have one friend, that's 100 people. that would turn up to a
Yeah.
gig, mate. That's a really successful fucking business model if you could do it like that. So that's one of the plans I want to do down like next year maybe is to like get like a real artist in to and be like, would you
Yeah.
be willing to work with us as like our little artist when we need stuff? We can come and ask it because at least it'd be all kind of. I don't know. It's just an idea I have. It might work, might not work. I don't know, but it's
Yeah,
worth a
no,
shot. I don't see anyone
100%.
else bleeding doing it. You know, everyone else is just
Yeah.
kind of. I don't know what it is about bands, man. They're not willing to share. They're very secretive.
Well,
and fucking,
they like to do
don't wanna
everything
collaborate or-
themselves. And like
Yeah.
to be honest, like if there's one thing what you realize when you get older, there's people who are good at one thing and there's other people who are good at other things. Like everyone's good
Oh,
at
yeah.
something, you know. So you
Exactly.
might as well use that talent to your advantage, as they say.
Exactly, man. So that's something I'm sure in with the next EP or something we can start establishing and stuff. But I think we might have rambled. This is only a diary, so I think like we probably
Yeah.
rambled enough. I feel like I touched
Yeah, that's 20 minutes.
pretty
Yeah.
much. I touched on everything I want to touch on. Should we give out the name of the next song, or do you want to wait until? I don't know. Right.
Yeah, go for it if you want.
Right. I'll tell you what. I'll give out the name of the new song, but I won't. It'll only be for people who actually made it this far. That's
Yeah.
fair. Because more than
Sounds
likely you
good.
didn't. More than likely you bounced out like 10 minutes ago or whatever. So the next song is this is just for the Secret Super fans, right? Which is probably like me. Listen back to this to make sure it's not fucked, right? Yeah, the next song is one we actually recorded a demo of as well. It's The City Sleeps at Night. You can check out the demo in the chat. It's not too much different from the demo. It's just more professionally recorded. There's a few bit more guitar parts and stuff, but it's a big
Yeah.
song and it's very full and it's a way different
Oh, it
genre.
is.
It's like fucking 1950s. Like it's
Yeah,
it's
they're all-
fucking it's out there like
They're all different songs, to be honest. They're like,
basically.
but
Yeah.
that's what's great about them.
That's what I like about them, man. You can just fucking. That's what I love about this band. Even though it's only two of us, you do what you want.
Yeah.
It's not we need to make metal. Nah, fuck your metal. Well, we can make a metal song if you want, but don't make 50 of them. Like fuck off.
Yeah.
You know, that's me bollocks. Right, I'm willing to let this one go. I've said everything. Unless you want to
Yeah.
say anything else, or just you feel like you've
No,
spilled your
I
guts.
think we've touched on everything. Yeah, thanks for
Yeah.
listening to the new song, and if you haven't already, it's on Spotify, YouTube, and everything you can listen to. Apple Music, Amazon Music.
Yeah.
I don't know what else there is, but yeah, there's loads
It's
of
just
platforms.
everywhere. Yeah, you can't not miss it if you look for it. Like you know. So
Exactly. Yeah.
right, lads, we really appreciate everyone. If you tuned in or if you haven't tuned in or wherever you are, even if you didn't make it as far, still love you all. Thanks for listening, and wish us success because that's all we're aiming for. And if we fail, you all failed with us. You didn't do enough for us. Come on. I love you all.
Bye.
Bye bye. See you in the next one.
Right.